Hey guys, here with a Pokemon Let's Go update. Well, technically this is my first update since I never got that first video uploaded. Maybe one of these days I'll upload it just for fun, but I feel like by now it's too late. That first video being my review of the trailer. But anyway, as you all know, yesterday and even today, the E3 event is going on, and yesterday they released footage of gameplay of Pokemon Let's Go. I'll kind of have that footage here interspersed in this video if those who are in the copyright gods allow me to. Um, but yeah, footage was released, and I have to say it looked pretty cool. Basically, it was Viridian Forest. The character gets through Viridian Forest, that little bit of Route 2 that's just north of Viridian Forest, and then Pewter City. Um, right up to before they battle Brock. So anyway, um, these are my takeaways on the gameplay footage that was released. First of all, the wild Pokemon. It's the way wild Pokemon work in this game is very much like Pokemon Go. You can see the Pokemon. Like it's not like you're having to wander through the grass waiting for a Pokemon to come out. No, you can see the Pokemon and you can walk up to that Pokemon and battle it. Another thing that I thought was pretty cool was that the Pidgey actually like fly around. So as opposed to being in the grass, they're actually flying around, which is cool. You can, one can fly up to you and it'll, you'll quote unquote battle, and I'll go over the quote unquote in just a minute. Um, but yeah, we can fly up to you and you can quote unquote battle, or you can, just walk up to one that's flying around and uh, battle that way too. It seems like the wild Pokemon are kind of attracted to you in a way. Like if you get near them, they might start like meandering towards you. So that's cool. It seems like if you're not looking for wild Pokemon battles, you can kind of avoid them. If you're like quick enough and you kind of go the right way, even if you're walking through the tall grass, because if you're just walking through the grass, I don't think a Pokemon will just jump out at you from the grass if it's not like already there visible. Also, I saw where some of the Pokemon had little auras around them. I'm not sure why or what the significance of that was, but they had little auras around them, so we may, find out more about that later. And maybe, to be honest, maybe we found out in the gameplay footage and I just missed that somehow. Um, I know the folks who were kind of commentating on it in the video I watched mentioned that, but I don't know if they ever quite figured out what that was. Um, Another thing is wild Pokemon just kind of pop up too. I think, and I saw an Oddish just kind of randomly materialize in a patch of grass when I was watching that video, so that was pretty cool. Again, very much like Pokemon Go, as far as the Pokemon being visible, you kind of being the one in charge of going up to them. They don't really come up to you. Well, they do come up to you, but not like unexpectedly. You're basically in control when it comes to wild Pokemon encounters, which is kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie, I like that. Um, Once you actually do encounter a wild Pokemon, again, the mechanism is it's basically that of Pokemon Go. You don't actually battle it. You can give it a berry to make it easier to catch, and then you can throw a Pokeball at it. And you throw a Pokeball at it. If you catch it, then you get experience. Your Pokemon get experience. Obviously, you've caught the Pokemon. Oh, and it also said that when you catch a Pokemon, that it was sending them to like the Pokemon box in your bag or something like that. So like they don't go to a PC, they go to like some other box in your bag. So I don't know if that's something that you can like switch out your Pokemon at any time in the game, which would be like amazing. So we'll have to see how that works, how that works. The Pokemon box in your bag, but yeah, you throw a Pokeball at the Pokemon, you catch it, your Pokemon gain experience. They do level up. The combat powers seem to be more of a the combat powers seem to be separate from the levels. It seemed to be more of kind of a culmination of all its stats, so to speak. So that's cool. And then also, I believe you also got bonuses like in Pokemon Go for, catching it on your first try, throwing curveball or whatever it may be. So yeah, as far as wild Pokemon encounters go, it's Pokemon Go. It's basically the same as Pokemon Go. Um, Trainer battles, as far as those go, trainer battles seem to be very traditional. Like it's just like they are in any other Pokemon. You walk up to the trainer, or you walk in front of them. They see you, they talk to you, and then you battle. Their Pokemon versus your Pokemon. Same thing. You get your Pokemon has 4 moves that you can use. If your Pokemon learns or wants to learn another move, you have to make it forget a move, so it only has 4. Yeah, the trainer battles seem to be exactly the same. When you're battling, if you use Pikachu in your battle, I believe the gameplay I was watching was with Let's Go Pikachu because the player had a Pikachu on his shoulder. Um, the animation is actually Pikachu like running off of your shoulder into battle, which is really cool. I like that a lot. And that kind of brings me to the Pikachu on your shoulder. This gameplay that we saw was more than likely Let's Go Pikachu, like I said, just because Pikachu is on his shoulder. If you're playing Let's Go Eevee, I believe Eevee will actually be on your head as opposed to on your shoulder. And then the trainer also had a Pokemon following it around. In the beginning of the video, it was Charmander. At the end of the video, I believe it's Bulbasaur. At some point, they switched it to Onix. And instead of Onix following you around, they actually rode Onix up on its head, which I thought was really cool. So, sounds like depending on the size of the Pokemon, as opposed to it following you, you may just be able to ride it. And I like the fact too that Onyx was actually like big. Like when they brought Onyx out, it was big. It was to scale. It's not like in what was it, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, where if you wanted to have your Onyx follow you, it was like a little overworld sprite that was the same size as you. No, this one was to scale, which I thought was really nice. So, in any given time, you actually have 2 Pokemon out of your Pokeballs at once. You have your starter, whether it be Pikachu or Eevee, and then you have whichever Pokemon you want to have following you. So, um, I thought that was really, really cool. Yeah, let's see, what else do I want to talk about? Oh, yes, the rival. The rival in this game is different, it seems. It's not Gary, it's someone else whose name I don't know, but the rival is actually nice to you, and apparently this rival also scares easily, so that may be kind of fun to watch. But then that raised more questions for me, like, well, is Gary even in this game? Maybe Gary is a rival. Maybe you have more than one rival, and it's Gary and this guy. So I don't know. It introduced the rival to a couple other things to make note of. A lot of the dialogue was the same. Um, some of the trainers that you talk to in Viridian Forest, they have the same dialogue as they did in the old games. They even battled one of the gym trainers in Brock's gym, the guy who says, "Oh, you're 1,000 light years away from facing Brock," or whatever it is he says. That's the same. That hasn't changed. So, a lot of things have stayed the same, which is good. But a lot of things have changed, which is also good. So, all in all, I liked it. I liked it a lot, and we will see what else this game has in store for us. There's, I'm sure, going to be a lot more updates, a lot more footage being made available between now and November 16th when it comes out. Oh, another piece of news not related to the gameplay. Mew. Apparently, Mew is going to be available in the Pokeball Plus. I think that's what it's called, the Pokeball Go Plus, or whatever it is called. Apparently, it's going to be available in that. So if you buy one of those, apparently you can somehow get Mew out of it, and I assume use it in your game at some point. So that's pretty cool. Mew in the Pokeball Go Plus. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, put down in the comments below, what did you think of the E3 announcement, the footage that they showed? Yeah, we'll just have a little talk about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.